Star Wars Rebels Season 3 trailer answered a lot of our questions that we had in relation to the direction that the show would go as a whole. Despite the questions it answered and the awesome new characters it introduced, some aspects of the trailer are still widely open for discussion. Quite early on in the trailer, after the whole Kanan and Ezra interaction, we hear a voice say that Imperial cadets from the Skystrike Academy wish to defect to the Rebel Alliance. With no real answer as to who this voice is, I thought it would be fun to theorise who this Rebel sympathiser could be. So without further ado, let's start the theory crafting. One relatively straightforward theory is that it's one of the 3 cadets we see defect in the trailer with a voice modulator, similar to how Ahsoka used a voice modulator as Fulcrum. Now some of you may have caught on that this voice sounds very similar to Ahsoka's voice as Fulcrum in Season 1. Although I don't believe this is actually Ahsoka talking, I believe it's very possible that it could be part of her setup or associates that she had while she was Fulcrum. The reason I say this is that the symbol that appears when hearing the message has the Fulcrum symbol from Season 1. The reason I don't believe this is Ahsoka is that I believe this voice is someone from an Imperial occupation of some sort. Because in order to get this information on cadets that want to defect to the Rebel Alliance, you have to be quite high up in an Imperial occupation. It's very possible that the 3 cadets we see defect in the trailer could be the ones sending this message. However, it raises questions as to how they can contact the Rebel Alliance, because if they could do that, the Empire could do it just as easily and track their location. However, one of the cadets in the trailer does look an awful lot like Sabine, and some people believe this could be a relative of Sabine, or Sabine undercover. If this was Sabine undercover, or someone with any sort of relation to Sabine, this would explain how they can contact the Rebel Alliance. I don't think that theory is true, but I think it's definitely a possibility. The theory that I very strongly believe about the voice in this trailer is that it is in fact Agent Kallus. After being forced to team up with Zeb in Honorable Ones in Season 2, and kind of getting a taste of what the Rebel Alliance is like compared to being shut out completely by the Empire, I think it's very likely that at some point in the series, if not Season 3, we could see Agent Kallus defect. As many of you know, up towards the Honorable Ones in Season 2, I hated Agent Kallus, and he was the character I really didn't like in Star Wars Rebels. However, after watching the Honorable Ones in Season 2, my opinion on him did the biggest Star Wars U-turn of all time, and I actually now think he's one of the most interesting characters within the series. One thing against this theory of this voice being Agent Kallus is that he's a very high-ranking Imperial agent. What this means is that Agent Kallus knows a lot of Imperial intel and knowledge of a lot of Imperial operations which could be of great use to the Rebel Alliance. So if this is Agent Kallus, I would have thought they'd make a lot bigger deal out of it and not just keep him hiding in the shadows as he knows so much. However, this is the Empire we're talking about, and they're known for their ruthlessness. So if Agent Kallus was to defect to the Rebel Alliance, he would undoubtedly be hunted. And we're not just talking hunted by stormtroopers or the odd willy-nilly stray cat, we're talking like Vader level here. This may mean that Agent Kallus' best option might be to remain in the Empire as a mole and help the rebels, providing them with intel when they need it. Not only that, but I think it'd be an awesome reveal to finally find out that all this time Agent Kallus has been helping the rebels. I believe this is the most likely theory, that the voice that's providing the information to the Rebel Alliance about the defectors of Skystrike Academy is Agent Kallus. There's also the possibility of it being a pre-existing character that we've seen in Star Wars Rebels so far. I'm talking about the Bail Organas or even the Princess Leia. We know that Princess Leia uses her high diplomatic rank in order to remain in the inner workings of the Empire and help the rebellion through that. So it's very possible that she's got caught up within another Imperial scheme, this time at a Skystrike Academy, and this is how she's relaying the information back to the rebellion. Like I said, Princess Leia has very strong connections, not only in the rebellion but in the Empire as well. So if you're going to put a mole into an Imperial occupation, say Skystrike Academy, why not Princess Leia? I don't believe it's Princess Leia, however I do think this is definitely a possibility. And of course, there's always the possibility that it's an entirely new character who we haven't seen before. Despite how much Star Wars Rebels brings back fan favourites on the Clone Wars and original trilogy, they're also very good at introducing new characters which we grow to love. I for one would find this very disappointing if it was someone new altogether, as I think there's a lot of opportunities to tie in Princess Leia and Agent Kallus and an awesome story just within this little aspect of the Season 3 trailer. But let me know what you guys think down below in the comment section, because I believe it to be Agent Kallus, as I think it would make such an awesome story arc within the season. If you have enjoyed this video and you want to see more videos like it, then be sure to hit that like button and that subscribe button if you haven't hit it already. I hope you all have a very, very nice day, and may the Force be with you. Always.